I'm Grace. I am the host of this brand new show, Native Grace.
Hi, this is Ross, folks, and guess where I'm hanging out at? I am in Taiwan. 18-hour flight out of JF Kennedy Airport. Listen, I got hired to be a director of a reality show called The Native Grace. You're going to meet Grace later on, but in the meantime, I want to thank my crew who's sticking in here with me. To my right, we have Tran. He's doing sound. Then you have Earl, director of photography.
Howdy.
And you, Nick, you're filming me making mistakes, but that's all right. Stay tuned.
Hey, there he is.
Stay tuned. It's gonna be a really great show. See you in Manila.
This is it. We're on our way to the Philippines. We'll see you there. We finally arrived here in Taipei International Airport here in Taiwan. We are en route to the Philippines, and while we're there, we will share with you great experience, the culture and the traditions. But before I give it all away, samahan po ninyo ako dito sa programang ito. We'll see you in the Philippines. Tayo na! A long journey, but we made it. We're in the Philippines. So I'm with a production crew for this television show. Very excited. And the adventure continues.
He's a little busy, he's a little busy.
This is taping. Alright, so let's do this. Oh, and this is Eden.
Eden. She's a Grace, alalay for the whole trip.
So she'll be my PA.
First the right hand.
The right hand and the left and the whole body and the above everything. So
Wait for
Jeng, he's our other driver.
Yeah.
Kuya,
Bernard.
Kuya Bernard, si Grace po ako. Hi.
Yan po.
So you'll be our lifeline. So this is my other cousin.
Hi.
He traveled 2 hours and a half just to be here with us.
Yes.
So it's
And I bring your t-shirt.
He brought all of the t-shirts for the production crew, and he traveled 2.5 hours just to be with us. So it's all worth it.
All right, great.
This is Bargy, this is Ross, the director, and this is Nick with me. Or no? Just okay, got it. Got it. Yes. Are all packed. We have 2 vans and we are en route to Laguna, and we're going to meet all of our other relatives. This will be exciting. So we have an hour and a half drive.
No.
Oh no, come on.
You see more of the
With traffic, I think we have 2.5.
So two and a half hours, that's including traffic in Manila. So there's a saying that if you can drive in Manila, you can drive anywhere in the world. All right, so welcome to Manila.
Welcome.
So we're passing Alabang. So the first town en route to Laguna is Alabang. So Alabang has transformed into its own city. It's a higher scale homes and financial district. So it's it's newly developed. So it's high end. All the designers are there. Big high end malls, and the houses are also mansion-like. So it's really good. So we are in Alabang, the first town here in Laguna. All right. So what's the itinerary for
At
tomorrow?
6 o'clock, we have breakfast at Ted's.
Hold on a minute. Before we get to that, I just want to say, after 22 hours of flight coming from Philadelphia to the Philippines, we finally made it here. Oh my gosh, 2 hours of land transportation, and we're here in Santa Cruz, Laguna at Ted's. So I am so glad we made it. So please help me. Oh my God!
More fun in the Philippines! More fun in the Philippines!
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Unexpectedly!
And of course, it's more fun in the Philippines because to all the viewers out there, if you come to the Philippines, come to Laguna and you have to stay at Ted's Bed and Breakfast.
Yes.
So, with that, come on, we'll go somewhere else. Planning to go to the Philippines in Santa Cruz, Laguna? Make sure to stay at Ted's Bed and Breakfast. They offer premier, complete service with great amenities. A family-owned business. Offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The food is made fresh and cooked fresh daily by Chef Day. Fresh bread and sumptuous desserts are created by Chef Jao, a brother and sister tandem that are both renowned and multi-awarded chefs in the Philippines. Book your stay at Ted's Bed and Breakfast in Santa Cruz, Laguna. So much for sharing this wonderful evening with us, and Tito Ted, thank you so much for hosting us here at Ted's Bed and Breakfast. Friends and family, and to our viewers, until our next destination here on Native Grace TV Show! Native Grace comes to Liliw, Laguna. I thought I died and woke up at the footwear haven. Look at all this. I think these two chinelas gave it away. We are at the chinelas capital here in Laguna, Liliw, of course. And we have here today the owner himself. Hello po.
Badong.
He is Tito Badong. Badong Footwear, right? So, tell us, before you show me, because I have to mamimili po ako ng chinelas for my whole family. So, tell me about Badong's Footwear. What was the beginning of all this?
It started by myself. Formerly, I'm a shoemaker.
Okay. How long was that ago?
That was 1954.
1954.
Yeah.
So, you've been in business for how long na?
By my own, I'm 56 years in my own business.
In your own business.
Before, I'm a shoemaker. So I started after 6 years in the shoemaking industry, and I know everybody in and out of the industry. I started it by myself.
I see. As a shoemaker.
Yes.
So you were off from college, getting into college?
No, just finished high school.
You just finished high school. So you were looking for a career, you were looking for an interim career so that you can find a true career. What it turned out is
To be
now,
a shoemaker.
a shoemaker, your true career now.
Yeah.
After all those years. Well, are you just an outlet or do you still have a factory?
I have a factory, and actually, by the truth, the Liliw is the #1 who exported footwear in America
Wow.
and in
I didn't know that.
Europe, Puerto Rico.
So you constantly ship or export?
They bring foreign buyer here,
Okay.
and they have a bodega also in Manila, so I delivered it in Manila.
Wow, that's good. Well then, let's start because you have to guide me through. Alam ho ninyo, I have not been
Yeah.
home
This is
for so long.
This is some of the sleeper that we exported abroad.
All this. Oh, these are
Because,
all for export.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we did not export shoes because they required for leather, but we don't have supply of leather.
Okay.
So we just made sandals, and this is the specialties of the group.
But of course, these are the native ones that are
Yeah.
still so beautiful and intricate designs and
Yes.
all that.
All of that is handmade.
All these are handmade.
Yes, and it's made in the house, in the village. Because you cannot make that in the factory. Your factory is not air conditioned one.
Yes.
So in the village, it's cooler, and you have the time to sew it nicely.
So when you say village, it's a little bit up the mountain.
Downside of the mountain.
Downside of the mountain. Because I believe you, look at me, oh, tagaktakang pawis ka. My gosh. Pero it's all worth the pawis that's happening here. Alam mo ninyo, I have family in the States, and dinrowing ho nila lahat ng kanilang mga paa
Size.
para sa size. Kaya ho, mamimili ho tayo ngayon.
Okay.
So I just want to say, alam mo ninyo, we are so proud that we continue to share the crafts that we do
Yeah,
in the
and
States.
also,
Especially ngayon ho that you are with Native Grace. So we hope that we can also increase that awareness. That all of the crafts that we locally make here, we can share around the world.
But Philippine made is already known around the world.
It is already known.
Yeah,
That's good. So we
because
can.
we joined some of the international trade fairs
Ah.
worldwide.
So there are international trade fairs that you attend also.
Yeah,
That's wonderful. How do you do that? Do you send a crew
by the
over?
invitation of the Department of Trade and Industry,
Mm.
we are invited to attend some of the
So
trade
where have
shows.
you been?
We've been to Singapore,
Uh-huh.
Hong Kong.
Have you been to New
California.
York?
Not in California.
There
only.
is a great expo that will be happening in August, and I have a contact for you. Or sometime every summer, I have a contact for you. You might want to take that opportunity because these are very beautiful chinelas, zapatos, and everything. Well, I just want to say thank you for your
Thank you
time.
also.
Thank you so much, and I will come with me and I'll go shopping. Hindi na po kayo.
Okay.
Okay, Tito Badong, I think I am ready. Let's pay for all this na. I cannot carry it na eh. Okay, let's pay for this.
Okay.
So tell me how much. I don't have a lot of money.
750 pesos lang ito.
750 for all this?
Yeah.
Do you know that that's comparable to only one shoe in the States?
Yes.
I have sukli pa!
Oo naman.
Ay!
Thank
Kuya,
you.
bag na. So basically,
Oh, yeah. Kukunin ko sige.
so there you have it. When you come to Liliw, Laguna, you don't need a lot of money, but you will enjoy this shoe haven. Native Grace TV show is welcomed by the Tourism Promotions Board to an exquisite experience, treating us to an array of food from Asia, Europe, and the Middle East to satisfy our palates. And this is over an enlightening discussion of how fun it is in the Philippines. Today is another beautiful day here at Native Grace. I am joined with friends around me. We have Mr. Roger Oriel, the publisher and CEO of Asian Journal. We also have Mr. Cesar Villanueva, the head of the sales division, Domestic Promotions Department of Tourism, the part of Promotions Board, and also Mr. Arnold Gonzalez, head of the Media Relations, Communications Division, Tourism Promotions Board. Of course, right here we have RJ Oriel. Wonder if you're related. Of the Balikbayan magazine, and also, of course, the very lovely, and of course, the book author, Marian Mencias. Thank you so much for joining me here at Native Grace and around food. Let's talk about this as I was telling you earlier. I have not been home for a while. I sound like a sirang tape recorder na because I keep on saying this. But there is a big void in my being because I cannot really understand why I cannot connect to my own country. I was born here. I lived here for a while, but I left the Philippines, not by choice. But then coming back home here, it certainly has changed. So come on, talk to me about the tourism. But first of all, thank you to the tourism and Mr. Roger Oriel for hosting Native Grace, our crew, and the whole staff, my family and friends.
We would like to showcase the Philippines as a country where there's more fun.
Yeah, I like fun.
And
of course, there's more fun in the Philippines.
Yeah, that's right. Actually,
I experienced that. Oh, ano pa?
And of course, we have the same beaches, you know, like Thailand, Indonesia, the Philippines. We have the same. What difference does the Philippines have with other countries? Is aside from the fun, we have the heart. And what I mean by heart is that we go out of our way to please our tourists, our guests, and let me go back to where you said that, you know, that there's a void. It just goes to show that there's been a development
Since I left.
Since you left, and you know, it's a sign of it's a positive sign.
It certainly, especially when I was driving to from Tagaytay to Tagaytay,
Yeah.
and then to Batangas. Where else did we go, Roger? We went to Monte Maria in Batangas. Beautiful, my gosh! I did not realize I did not realize that I don't have to pick another country to go and go on vacation, because my very own country, the Philippines, is a destination to be. Why go to Jamaica? I can go to Jamaica. I can go anywhere else. But it's more fun in the Philippines. So if we are going to invite our viewers, like if we're going to highlight, we were in Taal volcano. That is in Balay Isabel.
Talisay, Batangas.
Okay. What's nice with the Philippines is that, okay, we are an archipelago of more than 7,107 islands. I say more than
Say that
because
again?
more than
7,000?
7,107 islands, but now apparently it's not official, but there's at least 500 more.
On top of the 7,100.
7,107 islands.
Wow.
Okay. So it's not yet official. Don't quote me on this.
Yes, we're not quoting you on that.
That's quoting me.
Of course.
And in every destination, in every island, in every town, there's always something different. You know, for example, I would say my family comes from the north, and for example, in particular town, small town like Pasuk in Ilocos Norte, okay, there's this what they call bizcocho, Pasukin Bakery, and I was surprised that, you know, even my office mates, even people that, you know, I don't really know, they say, "Oh, you're from Pasukin." The bizcocho there is so delicious.
Bizcocho is bread,
The
right?
bread that's
That they
toasted.
toast. I mean,
Yeah.
they roast the bread.
Okay.
And then,
It's the Crisol of the street is how do you call this line with heritage, how do you call colonial houses.
my God. So hopefully we will get invited again,
Yes.
so that we can visit these towns.
That's right. And then when you go further north, this is Ilocos Norte. This is, they say, the province of the Marcoses.
Okay.
But it's really more
The
than
previous
that.
president.
The previous president
Of the Philippines,
Yeah.
yes.
So, you know, it's more than that. That's where you find, you know, along the coastline of La Union, Pangasinan, it's not really a white sand beach. You know, it's a beige, grayish area. But all of a sudden, when you reach the northernmost
It suddenly
point,
changes.
it's white sand.
Wow.
White sand, like Boracay.
My
So
gosh.
surprising, no?
Oo, kasi
Yeah.
the hustle and
It's also
bustle
good
of
food.
the hustle of and bustle
Yeah.
of Manila, and then you move further down
Yeah.
or up, and then all of a sudden white
Ilocos
beaches.
Norte.
Curibao, yeah. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're lucky you work for the tourism department. Do you get to travel?
Well, we get to travel officially. That is.
Okay.
So this is just a part of it. The northern region is just a part of it. When you go down south, in the Visayas Islands, then you really find, do you know that the Philippines is the center of marine biodiversity in the world?
And you know where?
Where?
In Batangas City.
That is what the governor was saying. Yes.
Particularly, I think somewhere in the Verde
Verde
Island.
Island.
The Verde Island. We did discuss that.
Monte Maria overlooks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. We were at Monte Maria. Gorgeous. They are developing it. So we're hoping to come back once it's fully developed, right, Roger? You will invite us.
So next time we'll go to the north side,
Yeah,
which is
there's
like
so much to
Bulacan,
Yes.
Pampanga, Tarlac, Pangasinan,
Yeah.
La Union, Ilocos Sur, and Ilocos Norte.
Right. So I guess, you know what, through the tourism department and all of the new changes here in the Philippines, I would like to ask you, now that I heard all of these new developments here in the Philippines, I know you were born and raised in the United States, right?
Yeah.
You were born in LA, lived in LA, studied in LA,
San Francisco, yeah.
but lives here now. What made you
did.
move here?
Well, so I graduated college in 2006
Uh-huh.
in San Francisco, and then I moved to New York. And right after New York, I was able to land a job with an ad agency. But during that that period right after college graduation. It was like the Great Recession that was starting to lift off in the U.S. and the global economy was starting to collapse. So there was a lot of panic, and I was talking to my dad. Why don't we start exploring other developing countries and nations, economies? So we took a trip. He took me on a trip to the Philippines.
For vacation, or is there the purpose is to explore?
To explore, and I was always interested to work with my dad and learn a lot from him. He's a brilliant businessman.
Of course.
And,
Mr. Roger Oriel himself is here.
Yeah, and
I feel so honored.
I was slaving away and doing the office job back in the States. But, I figured I might as well just help my family and company. And so it took a few years. I was still exploring exactly what I wanted to do. But it wasn't until 2011 when I officially, started to concentrate on the Philippines, and really trying to come here and make a difference and create jobs, and also grow our family company and expose the Philippines. And because the core mission of the Asian Journal is really to empower Filipinos.
Asian Journal is a newspaper
Yes.
for Filipino Americans
Since 1991.
since 1991, and then you developed another magazine which is called
Balikbayan magazine.
Balikbayan magazine, and it features and highlights the beautiful islands of the Philippines, correct?
Asian Journal is to ask our Balikbayans to come and visit the Philippines, invest and retire.
If I may graciously ask, how successful was the transition for you?
Well, it was difficult at first because in New York everything is a lot more efficient. You want things done right away. Coming back to the Philippines, it was quite a culture shock. Anytime you move, there's a certain assimilation period.
Yes, of course.
Despite being being Filipino myself, but trying to grasp the culture and everything. So that actually there was a learning curve to migrate into this culture. There's a different environment. Even though the Philippines is lucky that it's the third largest country in the world that speaks English.
Yes.
The U.S. is number one, and the UK is number two. Behind is the Philippines. That's why
Right.
you see the rise in the BPO industry, and so there's so much infrastructure, investment in infrastructure going on, and I guess since the 2008 was when real estate developers really started to focus on Philams and Balikbayans to invest, which started to give rise to this condominiums that are starting to spring up left and right nationwide. So it's a very exciting time for the country, outside of tourism, of course, which is very, very, very great. But there's also like a rise of entrepreneurship
Yes.
and investment, which is very, very exciting.
And the Philippines really is starting to attract millennials like you, which is a wonderful move. So to our viewers actually who's thinking of life changes, lifestyle change, and explore possibilities, come to the Philippines. Go.
Going back to the purpose of life and everything, your story is so fascinating because there's hundreds and thousands of similar stories of Balikbayans that haven't been back to the country.
Yes.
How many years have you?
37 years.
Oh, wow.
The Philippines, the number one driver of the economy is the BPO industry. The second is remittance. That's why Balikbayans are so valuable to the Philippines, because they provide a quality of life for their families and friends, and it gives rise to all these businesses, likewise, because of consumer spending.
Yes.
But what's disconcerting, and why we at the Asian Journal, we created this program which is called the Balikbayan Program. And you can find more information on balikbayanprogram.com.
But give us a
Yeah.
idea what it is.
We created this platform, which is an offline and online ecosystem, to connect second, third, and the baby boom generation back to the Philippines to come
That's
home.
Native Grace right there. Go ahead.
Exactly, that's why it was important. What we analyzed and researched over the years working on Balikbayan magazine and Asian Journal was, especially with the tightening of immigration laws globally, because the rise of terrorism and everything, and countries are locking their borders. In present and future generations, remittance will decrease because not a lot of countries are taking in more immigrants. So when the Philippines only has X amount of number of jobs available year after year, there's college graduates looking for new jobs.
Right.
So they're going to continue to look outside of the country for jobs, but those are going to dry up. So what we're doing right now to encourage Balikbayans to really invest, create a small business, franchise something, invest in a condo, creates jobs, which is very, very important, which ties up to what we're doing with Tourism Promotions Board. really, they set forth this vision, and we're trying to help them.
To all
with
of our
government.
friends around this table, I really would like to say thank you. My sincere thanks for the warm welcome, for your great and warm hospitality. To the Tourism Promotions Board, Asian Journal, Balikbayan Magazine, Miss Marian, RJ, Roger, Cesar, and Arnold, and to all of our viewers. You want an experience? You want to experience joy? You want to go on vacation and have some tremendous fun? It is more fun in the Philippines. And it is only here on NativeGrace. Mabuhay!